Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you guys are doing well. I hope everybody's in a peaceful state um, and feeling blessed. If you're watching this, then that means you're still above ground, and we need to give God thanks for that. Um, I'm off of work, so I said, you know what? Maybe I try to do something early in the week. I try to get something done on Sundays, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way. Since we're in a new state of being and a new way of operating now, as you can see, I'm back in my family room because a lot of the different rooms in the house, hubby is working on his my honeydew list that I gave him. And needless to say, he's not doing it in order that's on the list. He'll start here, he'll start there, he'll add something here and there, but he's staying busy. So, and my house is looking great. So, I'm thankful for him taking the time, since we have this time to work on the house. As we said, we're getting our house in order. Just working on little projects and things of that nature. I'm not the one to um, do a lot of building. Don't get me wrong, I love to do things like that. But because I'm dyslexic, okay, another unknown fact that some of you guys may not know about me, I have some dyslexia, which does not allow me to don't even think about reading something and putting something together because I can't. I'm just going to admit I can't do it because my mind's eye and the way I see things is not necessarily what's on the paper. I still make some letters backwards, and I had to think even now when I'm doing something of which way does this letter actually go? Does it go this way? Does it go that way? A lot of folks don't know that about me, and it's worse when I see diagrams. And especially if I'm given a diagram and I've got to put something together, it literally makes my head hurt. So normally I give it to hubby, and he's very gracious, and he'll go ahead and do it. Even to the point of, now I can hang a picture. I can look at the wall. I can say, okay, that's where it goes. Put a nail in the wall, and I'm good. No. Hubby gets the measuring tape out. He will get out the leveler. I think that's how you say it. To make sure that it's lined up right. He makes sure there's a little plastic thing on the end of the nail or the screw, for it to go into the wall properly. I mean, it's a whole process. Me, I'm just a hammer put up there. I'm good. But that's not how he does it. So whenever I want a picture or anything hung, I'm like, hubby, he'll like, okay, and I'll walk on the way because I'm quick and fast. And I just go ahead and do it. But he's working on a lot of things. I wanted a particular wall a different color because the mastiff likes to slide his body against the texture of the wall, so we know what that looks like after a while. So hubby is took it upon himself and painted the wall for me. Where he, and we're just going through the house. It's we can call it preventive maintenance or whatever you want to call it, but it's our project. And yes, it takes a lot of time, but we decided, since we're going to be shut in like this, then we might as well go ahead and attend to our home. If you're good to your home will be good to you. Just like a vehicle. If you're good to your vehicle, it'll be good to you. You can't continue to drive your car and don't change the oil and all the other fluids in the car and expect it to get you from point A to point B. And that's one of the things my dad, showed us how to check the oil, how to check the transmission fluid, looking at your tires, things of that nature. And I'm pretty good about taking my vehicle to the dealership and letting them do whatever maintenance they need to do when it's time. I don't even drive around with an empty tank of gas. I do not believe in driving on air, or I always keep my tank full. And if not full, at least half. Because one, I just don't like to put myself in a position where I'm at a quarter tank or the light has started to come on saying that you have X amount of miles. Not saying that I haven't done that before, but I pride myself and say, okay, I cannot do that. And sometimes it might be out of laziness for some folks that they don't do, or because of the fact that they don't have any money. I get that. But like I said, you have to take care of those things that you have been blessed with to get you from point A to point B. If there's a roof over your head, you need to be able to take care of that roof over your head. I don't care if you're renting. You know, take care of it as if you owned it. And one, you do own it. You're paying, you're paying for the space that you're occupying yourself in. And that's what, that's what being good, good stewards of what you have left, of making sure that this is my home. This is the vehicle that I've been given. So I have to make sure that those things are okay. Um, and like I said, we're just doing some things. We're just looking at making our home better. And it's just like your own body, making sure that your body is better. I am down, like I told you guys before, I am down a few pounds. I'm starting to see a little narrowing, in the jawline and the face. And it's a continuous mindset. It's a daily mindset. I don't eat after a certain time at night. I try to cut it off. I'm drinking a lot of water. I'm drinking green tea. I'll even do a peppermint tea where you have to literally strain the tea out. And I do, in the evenings, I will drink warm lemon and honey. And I'll drink that just to be able to flush some of those things, naturally flush some of those things out of your body that your body doesn't need. And I'm getting back to my old way of working with clients when I used to personal train, and I used to tell them, good ways that they could eat and how to flush their body, how to take care of them. So I'm slowly getting back there and making sure that I'm doing my body a service. I only get one. God has blessed me with it, so it's up to me to take care of this temple that I have. And I'm going to continue to do so. I'm still, like everyone else, I'm watching the news. I'm looking at the death toll that the coronavirus has taken to folks. I'm looking at a lot of things that are happening to people. And I'm also looking at the blessings on the other side of these, of people that are recovering from this. And it's a blessing, because if you're walking around and don't know you have it, that's even more reason for us to be careful of what we're doing. That's more of a reason to make sure that you're not inviting anything new into your home. And when you do come in your home, you're stripping down and you're cleaning yourself up and you're washing your hands like you're supposed to. And you got to be assertive, because it's not about me. It's about those that I'm connected to. I want to make sure that they're well, and on the other side of this, that we're going to be well. And guys, we're in the middle of Holy Week, and we're not hearing much talk about Holy Week. And Easter will be here on Sunday. Palm Sunday was, Sunday just passed. We just have to go in and look at the significance of where we are in this moment. Again, you guys heard me say that I'm working on me. I'm doing me, inside and out. Some days are better than most. Some days I know certain things I need to work on more. And it's a process. It's a process, but I'm welcoming the process. I'm enjoying the process. Dealing with those issues that I have with myself, be it whether it's my self-esteem or what's next on my list to do. I'm just looking at all those things, and I'm really asking God to just show me what it is that He has for me to do, even here, even in this moment. And that's all a part of being of service. What are you guys doing? Please feel free to let me know. What are you doing to be of service? What are you doing to help somebody else during this time? I would love to hear your ideas of what you're doing and things that you do just to debrief or to de-stress yourself in the middle of this. Me, I haven't done much writing, because I'm more, right now, I just want to be able to clean my space, my office, where I can continue to do my writing. Right now, I can't write in clutter. I can't write in an area of disarray. That's just me. I like to be able to sit down in my office and to just write and to just listen to music and things of that nature. You may hear some music in the background, which I don't have any copyright for the music that you might hear, but I'm just listening to some jazz right now. No words, just instruments, just, the saxophone playing, the piano playing, the drums, just music that's not synthesized. It's not made up through technology. I love the sound of a sax. I love the sound of a piano, an organ, a flute, a cello, string instruments. I love the sound of that. And on some days when it's rainy or it doesn't matter the season or what it looks like outside, I'll just sit down, just be just in the moment, just listening, just nodding my head like, yes, this is good. And for me, it's soothing. It's like getting a good back massage where they crack your back and crack your neck, and you can take a deep breath and say, wow, this feels really, really good. And that's how I am with music. You guys heard me say before, I love music. My mom and my dad, oh my goodness, they allowed us to listen to all types of music. And for me, I don't like music with a lot of cussing and this and I can't get down with it. That's just me. I love music that has a meaning to it. I love music that takes me to a place where I'm just relaxed and I'm just just feeling all warm and fuzzy on the inside. I love to crochet, making little things. I even love to sew, but I haven't sewed in years. But I think I'm going to pull out the sewing machine and see what I can remember. If not, I will be calling mommy on the phone saying, Ma, what do you do here? What do you do there? But those are just some of the things that I love to do. Of course, writing and just doing things with my hands. Doing my cards. I haven't sent out any cards lately, and I love to send cards just because. It doesn't have to be anyone's birthday or a situation is going on. I just like to send a card, a happy note to somebody who's been laid on my heart to do. And I'll send them a little note, say, hey, how you doing? I was thinking about you. Just to brighten somebody's day. I told you guys, be the rainbow in the middle of the storm. Just be the rainbow. And don't wait till the storm comes for you to be the rainbow. And those are things I love to do. They satisfy me. They make me feel good because I'm creative. Although I may be dyslexic, I'm still creative. And I love to just sit down and just, think about something, and next thing you know, it's on paper. I cannot draw, but I can do little abstract stuff. I love colors, just get me a canvas, throw some color on it, swirl around, boom, there you go. But I'm just artistic like that. I just like those things. You guys heard me say something before about singing. We'll talk about that at another time. But when it comes to areas of the arts, and because of my mother wanted to make sure that we were cultured, as she says, going to the opera, going to, just seeing shows, I enjoyed it. It's just being in a place of just being around and just seeing folks that look like me in different areas of being an artist. And growing up, a lot of kids, were going to concerts and stuff like that, seeing their favorite singer and stuff like that. I did not go to my first ever concert until I was married. Yeah. I think I was married when I went. Yeah. My dad wouldn't let me go. I told y'all, one of these days I'll sit down and get a full 411 on Poppy or my dad. But he was just a stern man. And for my truth, when it came to me, he was very limited on what he allowed me to do. Very limited. I told you guys I tried out for the cheerleading squad, made it, but never cheered at a game. And that may sound rough for some folks. Like, oh my God, what was the point? Well, I gained the experience. Growing up, I wanted to be a dancer, but because of an ankle situation where my bones and things were not, feasible for that, that dream, went away. But I could still dance in other ways. I could not do the ballet and the other things that I so loved and wanted to do. So, I just use my spare time and just, you can call it hip hop or jazz hop, whatever you want to call it. I still get my dance on. I still get it in because that's just me. And I just enjoyed just the arts and to I remember we used to have little concerts and things when I was little, me and my sisters, and we would just sing and just just do things just to have fun. And it was great. It was part of my childhood, so I enjoyed it. And it was about being of service. My parents, they loved it. We would sit around, and my dad, of course, he loved the blues. BB King blared at our home. You would have thought that we were all depressed. He played BB King, Bobby Blue Bland. Look him up. Play it. That's all I can tell you. You have to experience it. And then when you find out who Lucille is, then you'll understand. If you know anything about BB King, then you know who Lucille is. And as a young, I can't remember not knowing about BB King. And at the age of 5, being able to sing every song that the man had out. So part of your childhood. But when I'm talking about being of service, I'm talking about what are you doing that you're helping somebody else during this time. For me, I'm a part of different things in my life that shows I'm being of service. Of course, right now, we can't do but so much. And ironically enough, today is what we call, and my line sisters would know, is what we call my Deltaversary. Meaning, 2 years ago today was when I crossed the burning sands into Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Again, a sisterhood of women that are on fire for service, and they are on fire to a point where if you look at the history, you will see how much fire they had in being the first of many things. And I had the opportunity to been able to go through the process and to now be a part of this wonderful sisterhood. So to my line sisters on today, I say happy Deltaversary to my 20, it was 29 of us. So, and I say happy Deltaversary to you. I look forward to seeing you guys soon. I pray that you're being at peace and that you're well. And all the ladies that had anything to do with me being a part of this wonderful organization, I say thank you. I say thank you for pouring into me and to showing me my truth and myself in a process that only I had to walk through in my own truth to know who I am to be a part of this organization. So I say thank you. I say thank you very much. And it's about being a part of service. I mean, Delta Sigma Theta, we do a lot in the community. And if you can go and you can look at the history, you can Google, you can search, you can find out some of the things that not just DST does, but the historically black fraternities and sororities, and see how they are of service. And this is to say that you can be of service in many other ways. Even if you're not a part of fraternity or sorority, you can be of service in your church, which I am. You can be of service in your neighborhood as a good neighbor. You can be of service to your family. It's all about how you determine how you want to be in service and to be of service that is useful, that is relevant, that is in an area where you know that you're able to help somebody and you're not looking for gratitude. You're not looking for anything other than a warm feeling in your heart, that you have a compassion level that's able to move you to a point that you can help somebody else, that you're not paralyzed in your own conceitedness. So you want to be able to press forward and to move in a way within your area and your space to that next person so they can see the light in you and they can say, you know what? Wow, I want some of what she has or what he has, and I want to be able to do what I can do. And you don't sometimes have to spend money. Compassion is free. Love is free. Respect is free. It's up to you to be willing to give it and not expect to receive it in return. Sometimes, some of us our hearts are so hard and hardened by our own past that we are unable to move forward. And I get that. There's some areas in my life where my heart has been hardened. And I'm choosing to work through that so I can remove that blockage, so I'll have a free flowing full heart where I can give more. And that's what this is all about, especially now. Especially now. We can't do but so much, but guess what? We can do a lot by opening up our mind and our hearts, to say, okay, what is it that I can do in this moment? What can I do to help my neighbor? What can I do to help my family? Even if that means having an attitude adjustment. Okay? An attitude adjustment. If you're that person in your family that continues, or in a friendship or relation that continues to make waves and to make drama and all this other stuff, then guess what? It's time for a reality check. Because I'm telling you, if you don't check yourself, life will check it for you. You can call it karma. You can call it whatever you want to call it. But in due time, if you continue to be the nasty in the relationship, then guess what? You're going to get some nasty. And it doesn't necessarily have to come from somebody getting revenge on you. Okay? It doesn't. Oh, I believe in vengeance, as they said, vengeance is the Lord's. So, I would rather for me to check my son, get myself together before he decided he going to check me. Which one would you have it to be? We don't have time for foolishness. We don't have time for games. We don't have time for a bunch of mess. We have time right now to create a narrative that will support us being better. Like I said before, I want to know what you guys are doing. Give me some ideas of what I can do to help me to relax some more. Granted, yes, I'm doing household improvement projects, but what do you suggest? And for husbands and wives that are home now, what I would suggest is that you guys get together, sit down, have a good meal together, and just have a talk. Check in, your marriage check in. How we doing? Honey, how you doing? What's going on? What's in your mind? Because a lot of times, wives, men don't want to express a lot of stuff. Especially right now, they're just trying to figure out how they can make sure everything stays on point. Well, sometimes we need to say, thanks, hon. I see what you're doing. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you. Because we can get a little beside ourselves. Okay? I know I can. But in this moment, I've learned to just, you know what? I'm here in the house. I get it done when I get it done. Let me just take my time. And we just have to spend some time. Spend some time with hubby. Spend some time with wifey. Check in with her. Say, babe, how you doing? How you feeling about all this that's going on? Let's sit down. Let's talk about it. Pull the family together. If your kids are home with you, pull them kids together. How y'all do? How y'all feeling about this? It's some things that you guys want to talk about. It's a free zone here. Just bring it. It's not, if you're in the house now and you're still walking around passing one up, no one saying anything, okay, it's time. It's absolutely time to say, you know what, let's just have a conversation. Let's see how everybody's doing. Okay? Moms and dads, if you're single moms and dads out there and the kids are there with you and you are going through, like, oh, please, Lord, let us please hurry up because these kids are getting on my nerves. Kids, stop. Moms and dads, stop. Stop all the hooping, as I say, hooping and hollering around the house. Stop. Sit down. Have a conversation. Okay? And children, if your parents are still leaving out every day, sacrificing themselves, and then coming home, and you still got dishes in the sink, please, it's the little small things that you can do without anyone having to ask you or tell you to. Okay? You eat, right? Wash your plate. Okay? I'm pretty sure you know how to do that. Wash your plate. And then see if you can prepare something for when your parents come home. If you can only boil water, okay, throw some hot dogs in there, call it a day. But you tried. You're showing that you care. You're trying to pick up some of the slack. Okay? So we all play a role, down to the from the smallest to the big. We play a role. If you're able to walk and talk and know right from wrong, then guess what? You can be a part of this process. Okay, it's a lot going on. If every one of us takes a role and a responsibility of how you can help my brother or my sister, mommy and daddy, then do so. Do so. If you're in a house full of folks, everybody sit down. Let's have a talk, guys. How you feeling? Anything going on? How can I help you? Have a conversation. There's nothing wrong with have a conversation. Because guess what? We don't know how long we're gonna be in this. How long this is gonna take. You know. And as I always say, prayer in the middle of the night, whatever. Lord, have mercy. Nothing scripted, something from your heart. Even if you just got to say Jesus, that says a lot. That means you call him on, he already know what's going on, so he's going to say, oh, okay. But we have to take some time, guys, and just to look at the realness of the situation. Be thankful each day that you're up, you're moving around, you're able to do something. You know, pray for those that are around us. And like I said, you guys, I've been doing this for a little while now. I'm not as scripted as most. I'm not as, out here as most. I mean, this is just what I've been called to do for right now, so I'm going to do this assignment. And what I would say is that please give me your feedback. Contact me. Subscribe, like, comment, and just give me some of your suggestions as how you feel that what makes you relax, what makes you get that warm and fuzzy feeling in your heart when you've done something for somebody. And the thing about it, you don't have to do something for somebody and then let somebody else know, well, I did this for them, I did that for them. No, that's not how that works. Okay? You can just do it and keep it moving. Okay? And it will come back to you in due season. You know? But it's just, it's just where we are today. Just because it may be raining and storming outside, that does not mean your heart has to have that. You can have the sunshine in your heart on a stormy day. You can have the rainbow, over you on a stormy day. There's a lot of things that we can do ourselves in the middle of this to make sure that not just if we're okay, but everyone is okay. I speak to my family on a daily basis just to check in and see how they're doing. And for me, I haven't gotten cabin fever. I'm not even going to speak that I will get it. I will go outside, take a deep breath, watch the dog run around the yard chasing squirrels or whatever. And then that's it. Hubby and I, we will sit, we will continue to laugh and talk about some things. And like I said, I'm just thankful that he's doing some of the things that he's doing, around the house. Because he won't let me move furniture. Okay. I did some yesterday. He had a fit. Which I didn't lift anything. I just pushed, he had a fit. But that's just hubby. He doesn't want me to lift a finger he just tell me, you just point where and I'll put it there. And I appreciate him, for doing that. But like I said, we just making it work. Thank God our home is big enough where we don't have to be in the same room all the time. We can be in different places of our home, and we can actually get some things done. He has his projects, I have mine, and that's how we're working this. But in the meantime, until I speak to you guys again, I want you to think of what you can do to be of service. Think of something that you can do to help somebody else in this process. And by all means, continue to work your process of doing you. Keep working it. Because I'm telling you, on the other side of this, when we're able to see our family and our friends and get that hug, OMG, it's going to feel some kind of good. And I, for one, can say I only know of one person that can hug me to I just want to just simply just fall asleep. And it's not in any sort of way other than a great and wonderful friendship. And that is the first lady of my church. I'm telling you, if this woman hugs you and you come out of that hug the same, something's really wrong with you. I mean, I can't describe it. All I can say is you just got to be there and feel it. And you can feel the love and the care when she wraps her arms around you and she gives you, I'm telling you people, she will give you a hug that not only will crack your back, but will make you just want to sit down and just say, whew, and you just smile. You just smile because it's so soft and it's just warm and it's caring, you know. So if you can't get that hug in this moment that we're in right now, then stretch your arms out, wrap them around yourself, and just pull yourself in tight. Take a deep breath in, blow it out, and just squeeze. Squeeze. Pat yourself on the back and say, you know what? I'm okay. And if I'm not okay, I'm going to be okay. And just keep pulling it in and letting it out. Do it about 5 times, guys, and I'm telling you, you're going to feel real good. Real good. So what you can't get from somebody else in this point in time, do it for yourself. So if that means I got to hug myself and hold on and rock myself, then guess what? I'm just going to hold on and rock myself. Okay? Guys, I love you. God loves you. Continue to do the work to be the best you possible. And I promise you on the other side, it's going to be even better than what you ever thought it was. Be blessed. Continue to pray. Continue to forgive yourself for anything that you may have said, done, or thought that wasn't pleasing to anyone. Ask God to help you. And trust me, He will guide you through. Have a wonderful day. Be safe and be well.